What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is June the 14th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and where big money is gravitating towards today. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. Starting off, today is going to be more of a technical driven day. No data points coming out today that's going to disrupt the broader market. But then again, there's a lot that's come out over the last 2 days from the broader market that people can digest, right? So a lot of that is going to kind of play a part in today alongside the technicals, but so far the futures are looking quite red, so not the best. At the same time, the fear and greed index did slip into the fear category, so it is at 42. So people's appetite for risk is going to be diminishing, so you're going to see a lot of the spec plays struggle somewhat, but what do I know, right? I'm not a financial advisor. You guys do your own due diligence at the end of the day. Moving on to stock number one, SOFI. It is down about 1.18%. There was a Form 114 that did come out yesterday, and so that was at 504, and that did signal this right here. So one of the top 5 entities holding SOFI was going to sell all 19.8 million shares. So in my opinion, I see that as a very big red flag. Although people on social media are saying that this is a good thing, I feel like that's kind of the same scenario as SoftBank when they did sell in late 2022. A lot of people were very excited about that, but they just saw clearly a lot of red flags with SoFi, and a lot of retail investors probably know that SoFi hasn't really done all that much over this last little bit, and plus is heavily manipulated. So right now, 17.06% of the free float is being shorted. Utilization 69.3, works out to be 177 million shares overall are being shorted. Today is going to be, I think, the 4th time that this support has been tested. So right now with it at $6.71, it is pretty much sitting right on this S1. So $6.69 will be a very strong support that you'll want to watch for SoFi to hold. If not, then this is where it could really fall into not oblivion, but low sixes in reality. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting day. But nonetheless, moving on, ticker's LGVN, so Longeveron, if I'm saying that right. It is up 27.51% based off of no news, no SEC filings as of today. Still piggybacking off of their previous news that did come out a couple days ago. And so I think in reality, this is a very good momentum play. So it's actually doing fairly good for, like I said, the fear and greed index relatively low. You do see this kind of meeting that criteria of 2024. So it is a low float company that is being heavily shorted. So 20.36% of the free float is being shorted, which works out to be 791,000 shares overall are being shorted. Utilization 99.31, short score is 80.89. So this is a momentum slash squeeze play. Actually, I'll go over here. This is what they do in case you are curious. So based out of Miami, biotech company, 24 employees, and it is a market cap of 17.08 million. So definitely a fair share of risk in my own opinion, but again, whatever floats your guys' boats. Which on a side note, in case you are wanting to trade this with it right now at $3.41, it is above this S2, so $2.44 will be that next strong support. 10.53 will be that next strong resistance. I do have to look at the 1 week because it is over even the 1 day support and resistance points right here. So $2.46. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting day nonetheless, but just tread cautiously. GameStop is up 0.24%. Some of the recent stuff that's come out, obviously they did move their shareholder meeting, and I see that as a positive. A lot of people seem to be very annoyed by that. Probably they have call options or whatever else, but like it shows that there is a overwhelming amount of people that care about GameStop. So for the company to experience some technical issues, whatever, I see that as a pretty good thing in my opinion. Shorts have actually returned quite a lot over this last little bit. So 14.05% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 44 million shares overall are being shorted. Utilization is 38.43. If you are looking at trading it, like I've said time and time again, just watch for this $32 resistance point. And even though you have to take a lot of momentum and squeeze plays, the technicals with a grain of salt, still though, GameStop has really struggled with this $32 range. So kind of just take that with a grain of salt. Once again, Adobe hit a home run earnings yesterday. It's not really heavily shorted, so Only 1.58% of the free float's being shorted, but if you are looking at trading it with it at 531, it is trading between these 2 points, so the pivot and this R1. So just watch for 516 to hold throughout the day. Vice versa, $636 will be that next strong resistance. I don't see that being touched today. Rather, with the broader fear, it might pull back to this pivot point, but their earnings were kick-ass, so I don't see it being kind of dragged back in this range. My own opinion, of course. The final stock I want to talk on is ticker BPTH, so Bopath Holdings. It is up 15% because of this news that came out first thing. So a lot of these stocks I did mention are getting a lot of volume. So again, that's definitely a very good thing. When it comes to this, based on my opinion, this news, it just might be influx of short-term capital getting in, because I don't see this as a crazy deal for it to be up 15%. But then again, what do I know, right? This is what they do. So in case you are curious, so biotech, 10 employees out of Bel Air, and seasonality, it seems to be June, one of their only good months. So historically, over the last 10 years, it does go up 1.8%. Every other month, not necessarily the best, but obviously I'm bringing this up because of the amount of volume. 3.98% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 82.7 thousand shares overall are being shorted. It is on the threshold list, utilization 88.46, and if you're looking at trading it with that $2.29, it is right below this pivot, so just watch for it to flirt with that $2.31 resistance, and then if it is able to successfully get above that, then $2.76. So all in all, today will be a very interesting day. A lot of deals in the market. Let me know your thoughts on what you are buying, what are you selling, what the hell are you doing? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Amazing deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.